Hello grade 4, how are you? يلا today inshallah we're going to solve some questions in the exercise book of المعاصر. This is page 36. This is page 36. Write the scientific term of each of the following. So I said before, when we answer the question that says write the scientific term of each of the following, we actually answer the question, what is it? What is it? So we are going to answer the question, what is, okay? So when you see a question title which says write the scientific term, you ask yourself, what is it? Okay, so let's start the first question. A structure that allows fish to breathe underwater. A structure that allows the fish to breathe underwater. What is it? So how can the fish breathe underwater? The fish breathe underwater using the gills. Second question. A natural change that causes burn of the forests or trees and grasslands. What is it? What is the natural change that causes burning of forests, trees, and grasslands? It's wildfire. Number 3, a gas that presents in air and water and is very important for breathing process. What is the gas that's present in water and air and it's important for our breathing? So what is it? It's the oxygen gas. We breathe oxygen from the air and the fish breathe oxygen from the water. A gas which human and fish bodies must get rid of during exhalation process. We must get rid of it. We must take it out of our body. So what is it? What is the gas which the human and fish bodies must get rid of during exhalation process? It's carbon dioxide. Yeah. The environment in which fish live as it clean, the fish stay healthy. What is the environment? What is it? What is the environment in which the fish live and as it's clean, the fish stay healthy? What is the environment of the fish? It's the water. It's the water. The environment where the fish live, it's the water. A human activity that's done to obtain woods for making furniture. A human activity. This activity is done to obtain woods for making furniture. So we get the woods from this activity. How can we get the wood? We get the wood by cutting down the trees. So what is it called? Cutting down the trees. It says deforestation or cutting down the forests. Okay, so this is how we solve the question, write the scientific term. We ask ourselves, what is it? So let's move to the next question. Complete the following. Complete the following sentences. Complete the following sentences. Number 1, human use lungs to breathe, while the fish use, what does the fish use to breathe? The fish use the gills. In both human and fish, what carry oxygen gas to all the parts of the body? So in human, the oxygen gas is carried by the blood cells to all the parts of the body. The same as the fish, the blood cells carry oxygen gas to all the parts of the body. So the answer would be blood. Gills of fish are considered as adaptation. Which adaptation? That allow fish to breathe underwater. So is it structural? Is it behavioral? So is this something in their structure? Are the gills like something in their structure or something that the fish do? It's not something that the fish can do to breathe underwater. No, it's something in its structure. So it's structural adaptation. Building new communities may cause many organisms to. When we build new communities, when we build new places, what will happen to the environment or the ecosystem? So these organisms, what will happen to them? They can disappear. They can disappear. They can move, they can die, they can extinct. So so many organisms can just disappear. Slow changes to the ecosystem usually done by the nature, while rapid changes done by, so we said that the changes that's done by the nature, it will take a lot of time, so it's slow, while rapid changes done by the human. The human will just go to the forest and cut all the trees quickly, so it's rapid. Rapid means quickly. So the rapid changes done by the human activities. Okay. Among natural changes that occur to an ecosystem, okay, so one of the examples of the natural changes that happen to the ecosystem, to the environment, we have wind, we have floods. So we can mention the wildfires, the fire that happen to the trees, wildfires. Okay, number 7. Human activities and bad habits can pollute the air, soil, and what of an ecosystem. We said we have air pollution, soil pollution, and we have the water pollution. Water pollution. All living organisms, including humans, animals, and plants, are affected negatively by what affects the life of the humans, the animals, and the plants. Yes, it's the pollution. The human needs to go to other places that has no pollution. The animals and the plants will just move. The plants will spread their seeds to germinate in new places where it doesn't have any pollution. One of air pollutants that makes human hard to breathe is, so again, it's air pollution. One of the air pollutants that make it very hard to breathe for the human. So what is it? It's the smoke. Comes from the factories, comes from burning fuel in the cars and trains. When the air pollution when air pollution is very high over a long period of time, it may cause lungs damage and heart problems to the human. So it can cause lung damage, it can cause heart problems to the human. Command, there's another disease that it can cause, it's called the asthma. Human can the cleared forest to restore the ecosystem. So when the human try to restore the ecosystem to get it back clean, what are they going to do to the forests? They're going to replant the cleared forests. Replant, to plant new trees for the forest to get back or to restore the ecosystem. So this is the answer of question number 6. So question number 7 is give reason. Give reason for. So I said before, when you just try to answer a question that say give reason, you ask yourself why. You ask yourself why, and the answer is either because, or due to, or to. Why do we do this? Because of 1, 2, and 3. Due to 1, 2, or 3, or 2 happen to for a new thing to happen. So you're going to answer as 2. So the answer will start with because or to. Because or to. Yeah, let's start. Gills is a unique structural adaptation in the fish. The fish, they have something unique in their structure. It's called the gills. Gills. So give reason why. Why do they have the gills? Why? So this answer will start with to enable the fish to get oxygen from the water. So why do they have gills? So they can get the oxygen or extract the oxygen from the water. Why? For respiration, actually. For respiration. So the gills, the fish, they have gills, structural adaptation. Why? To enable the fish to breathe. How? As they can get oxygen from the water for respiration. The second question is, why, or give reasons. Changes that occur rapidly in the ecosystem is more dangerous for the living organisms than the slow changes. Why? When the change happens quickly, happens rapidly, this is more dangerous for the living organism in this system than the slow change. Why that? Yeah, okay, so we answered this question actually in the session, but this question answer will start with because actually, guys, when the ecosystem disappear quickly, when the ecosystem change quickly, what will happen to these organisms? Some of them will have to move, some of them will die, and some of them may even extinct. They can all die. Okay, so change that occurs rapidly, quickly over a small period of time is more is more dangerous for the living organism than slow changes, because this that rapid changes may cause death or can cause death. You can write your answer on your own way. Or disappearance it can cause death or disappearance of the organism. Okay. Step number 3. Cars and factories exhaust cause breathing problems. Why? Or give reasons. That smoke that goes out of the cars and factories, they cause breathing problems. Okay, so because they are air pollutants which can cause lung damages, asthma, and heart problems. Okay, because they uh, they produce smoke, which cause asthma, lung disease, and okay, so it's only mentioned the breathing problems, so we can just mention asthma, heart, lung disease, and we can mention the heart disease. Sometimes people in big cities are forced to change their lifestyle. Give reason. Why did this happen? Why people in the big cities, they are forced, they have to change their lifestyle. Why? What happened to their city? What happened to their environment? What do you think, guys? Okay, I said sometimes because of the pollution, the people have to move to newer places that has no pollution or less pollution. So this answer would be, keep the environment or the city is polluted. So the answer would be because the pollution rate is high. Okay, rate is higher in the city. Okay, great. So this is how can we this is how we can answer this is how we can answer the breathing questions. Let's continue. Okay, number 4. Sometimes, number 5. It's very dangerous to live in an ecosystem that has high level of air pollution. Why is it dangerous? Why is it dangerous to live in a place or ecosystem that has high level of air pollution? طبعا أكيد because air pollution causes lung damage, breathing difficulties, heart disease, asthma. Okay, so you're going to think why is it bad? Why the air pollution is bad? So because air pollution causes lung damage, heart problems, and other diseases. Not only that, but not only this. Okay. So this is the give reason question, and this is how we can answer the give reason questions. You always ask yourself why. Why is it bad? Why does this happen? Why it's important? So when you ask yourself why, you are going to think of an answer that match your question. So the next question is what happens if? What happens if? Okay, so let's try to answer this question together. What happens if, for example, humans have gills and also have lungs? So what do you think, guys? In this question, you probably use your imagination. Just think. Okay, they are not all of these questions or these situations are true. But think what if this is true? What if this is true? If the humans have gills and also have lungs. So if the human have lungs so they can breathe and take oxygen from the air. So what if they have gills? They will have superpower that they will be able to breathe underwater, correct? So if they have gills, they will be able to breathe underwater and on the land because they have lungs. So they will be able to breathe under water and on the ground or land. Okay, so this is the first question. The second question, what happens if, let's try to think, what happens if the ecosystem is slowly changed according to the survival of living organisms? So what will happen to the survival of living organisms? Will they live? Will they die? If the ecosystem is slowly changing, if it's changing slowly, what happens? Do you remember, guys, when we said when the ecosystem changed slowly, this gives the chance to the living organisms to adapt, correct? So when the ecosystem changed slowly, this gives a chance to the living organisms to adapt. So we're going to write here the living organisms can adapt. They can adapt for slow changes. So what happens if the ecosystem is rapidly changed, but according to the survival of living organisms, if it's changed really quickly, if it changed over a small period of time, what will happen to them? Will they live? Will they die? So they may die, yes, because it happens quickly. They don't have time to change. They don't have time to adapt. So they may die, move. Okay, they can die, they can move, they can disappear. And actually, some animals can just extinct. Okay, what happens if the human activities and bad habits increases? What happens if the human activities, the bad effect of the human in the environment increases? It increases. So what would happen in this case? So we said before the human activity causes pollution. So with the human activity increase, what will happen to the environment? I think the pollution command will increase with them. The factories will increase, the smoke will increase, cutting the trees will increase. So the pollution, throwing the waste, the waterways will increase. So the pollution will increase. So the last question here, what happens if the cars and factories exhaust? Exhaust means the smoke that comes out of the cars and factories burning fuel. So cars and factories exhaust increase in big cities. So in a big city, the cars increase, number of the cars increase, number of factories increase. So the car and factories exhaust will increase. So what do you think will happen in this case? Actually, yes, the air pollution increase, the lung problem will increase, the heart disease will increase, the asthma will increase. So the air pollution will increase. Causing asthma, lung disease, heart disease. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope that you understand how how to solve the different questions. And inshallah, every now and then I'm going to do a video like that on different lessons to help you guys to be able to answer these questions for yourself. If you have any question, you're more than welcome to send it to me. Thank you. Bye-bye.